works that just mows the grass when it needs to get mowed.
But that's what I'm saying, we don't wanna get into that kind of a contract.
Or you pay a premium to someone, for more of an availability, and then you call them when you need them, and if you don't need them, you know, they work it into their schedule. And maybe people look at it and say, no way, I don't wanna touch it. Or they'll say, sure, I'll take a bid on it.
Let's
Devil's always in the details.
Let's put it out there.
Are you including the airport too?
Well, the airport, Mike up there is willing to mow that. Park the tractor and mower up there, and he said he's willing to mow the airport.
What's
So
the arrangement on the airport?
Want that?
The arrangement on the airport is the arrangement with everything else. If Mike cuts the grass, he's taking work away from a union employee. That's going to get us in trouble.
He likes to have it nicer and neater around the house and stuff, so he mows extra. But we have a general city policy that only city employees operate city equipment for liability and insurance purposes. So we couldn't just plunk our tractor up there and let him mow it because he's
Okay.
not an employee.
So then put that on the, put it out on our RFP.
But he's
Include
also,
it all.
there's also the issue of that mower for up there was paid for with like 90%
Federal funds.
federal funds and,
But wasn't that the airport that bought that?
90% federal grant, yeah, the airport paid for
Through
the
the
rest of
airport.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
So they may come back and ask for the equipment back.
if we aren't using it, if we hire somebody else to mow, we're not using that tractor to mow up there, then we're not using the equipment the way we said we were going to.
I'm not sure that that's gonna be a compelling argument. They may try, but it's like that snow thrower too.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're hiring someone else to do the mowing, then what do we do with that mower? It sits? Or
Yeah, they would have to sit.
we can't sell
It'll
it.
last that much longer. You won't have all that depreciation on that.
Oh, jeez. Oh, babe. Well, okay, well, and you'd have to factor in how much money we get paid, we get reimbursed operation and maintenance money from the state now for the mowing up there. I mean, if we use the tractor that they help pay for, we can't charge for the tractor, but we can charge for the manpower. If we use our own John Deere, then we can charge for the John Deere and the man. So we take
So
in,
when Public Works is up there mowing, we're getting compensated for it.
yeah, last year we got about $3,000 from the state in maintenance money for doing the mowing up there.
But if you hired Fred's service and he charged $3,000,
We would put the bill into the state, but
they may not pay the whole
they
amount,
may
but
not
they may
pay the
pay
whole
something.
thing, because it all depends, because it
Right.
gets lumped in with all the other
But they
expenses
may
we have up
compensate
there.
us something for that.
Yeah, if we had another contractor do it, we would just put that bill in, yeah. So we might not get it all, like we do now, we get it all.
Well, let's include it right now in the, see what somebody comes back with. Let's see if they come back with, they can get it done reasonable. See what happens. So I'll make a motion,
Are you,
put our RFP out there for the mowing.
well, I'll second it, cause so I can ask my question.
Motion by Mr. Colvinson, seconded by Mr. Bunky.
Can you work, you and Roger work that out then, work out the details of that RFP? So that it's reasonable? Because like I say, otherwise I think we're gonna, it's just be an exercise in futility if we're not, what, putting out a decent opportunity for somebody to bid on, or if it's so hard to manage because it's, you know, fragmented throughout the season, I don't think that's gonna work either.
I guess I would ask what the need to push this through right now is, as opposed to taking our time. We're taking 2 weeks to discuss the police position.
Right, and I'm not saying that it needs to be,
I'm just asking, cause the motion was made, you know, so.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the direction we're gonna go. Of course, we'll put something together. It's, I guess I would prefer to have time to come back to the council with something that we thought was reasoned and worked through. I'd like to get Mark involved. He's got that software that would be very helpful. And I think Jeff should be at the table as well, because
yeah,
he's the one who's gonna probably be calling the guy saying, we need you to cut today, or we don't need you to cut. And I think it'd be important to have his input as well. That's what I'm saying.
and I just wanted to have that understanding as part of it, that the proposals